Well, we have another race today in the R class, and I wasn't very satisfied with the way things went in the previous race, so I switched over to the 911 GT2, and this race is taking place at Mid-Ohio, and there's some really strange glitching going on with the video, but here I am beginning the qualifying lap, and I immediately go off track, which is not really a good way to start. But I bring it around to the front straightaway to go through the timing lights for the first time. And now we're on the first qualifying lap. Transitioning over to the third qualifying lap, and you can see that my qualifying is not spectacular. I'm in 11th place. And I almost go off track there. And I'm not exactly sure what the deal is, but in certain races at Mid-Ohio, the track feels like you're driving around on glue. And then there's other races that you do in it where the track feels like it's got a thin layer of oil all over the track. And this race is one of those kind of races. The track just doesn't feel at all like it ordinarily does as far as how the car reacts on the track. And I end up qualifying 12th, which is, again, not spectacular. But in a field of 20, that's not too bad. But um, as you can see, I'm pretty far back in the pack. But there are people that were slower than I was, so got a Chevy up front here, and then a 76 Ferrari, a 2018 Lamborghini, a Ferrari F40, another Lamborghini, a 2015 Lamborghini, a Porsche Forza Edition, done up like a cop car, a Lamborghini, a 2017 Porsche. Mr. Barnes apparently is driving that car. A Lamborghini, a McLaren. Yours truly in the 911 GT2. And here's another Forza Edition Porsche. Getting ready for the race. And we're off. And I have to back off a little bit right there. Those guys are kind of bunching up. I know that this corner right here is notorious for spinning you out at the beginning of the race because the tires are cold. So I go through there pretty cold. Somebody plows through all of those cones, and I end up almost going off track, heavy braking. These guys are passing me. I'm ducking underneath people. I get around this Forza Edition Porsche here, trying to catch up to this green Porsche, which I do, and I'm passing, but he gets underneath me on that one. And I'm able to get around here about as good as he does, but he slides wide there, and I'm able to get past him. I've moved up to 6, but whoop, I negate all that gain by sliding off the track right there, getting slammed into by a Lamborghini Diablo. Got that Porsche cop car. There's a Ferrari. A couple of cars. People are just all over the place. And again, like I said earlier, this track in this race, it just seems like there's this thin layer of oil all over the track. And so it certainly seems to me that I'm not the only one having problems with this, because it seems like everybody is just sliding all over the place. Now, I got this Ferrari behind me, and I know that those Formula One Ferraris are crazy fast cars. So how this guy hasn't passed me is kind of beyond me, but he'll probably get me on this straightaway right here. And I'm able to get around that McLaren right there. And I'm hoping I can brake enough for this corner, but I don't. And 3 people, 4 people, 5, 6 people, 7 people, somebody slams into me, and I'm just sliding all over the place. I'm all the way down to 16th place. This is not good. And I slide off the track again. You know, going through that same corner, that same transition, at the same speed rate that I ordinarily would. So now I'm having to apply way more brake on the corners. I don't know what is going on with this track, but other people seem to be having the same problem that I'm having. And I kind of overcompensate there. And there's 2 more people that went off track. So I'm able to gain back a couple of spots, and I brake really hard. There's somebody there who went off in the dirt there. So I'm up to 14th. So that's not, you know, I've made some progress, but I got 3.5 laps left. Let's see what I can resurrect out of this thing. Or should I say rescue. I seem to be gaining ground a little bit on this Forza edition Porsche up ahead of me, this silver one. And I'm thinking I can probably get this guy on this straightaway going into this corner at the end of the straightaway. But he blocks me a little bit. There's a Lamborghini coming up on the right-hand side of me, but he backs off. I end up barely going off track, but I do go off track, and that kicks my back end out. I'm sliding around again. So all the gains that I made against that Forza Edition Porsche, they were all lost by going off track, but it does seem as though that I'm gaining ground on him again. But now I've only got 2 laps left, and both of those guys go off track there, so that moves me up to 12. And so again, it seems as though I'm not the only one having issues staying on this track. Now the guys that are leading the race, they don't seem to be having this problem. I mean, the guy in first place, he's 36 seconds, 37 seconds ahead of me. so I'm happening that Formula One car there, he goes off track. I'm able to gain another spot. And this car in front of me, I think, yeah, I think that's a McLaren. I'm trying to rein this guy in. It does seem as though I'm gaining on him a little bit. But I don't know if I have enough race left to overtake him or not, but we'll see. Well, he swings wide there, and that gives me an opportunity to get much, much closer. And then I duck underneath him here, and I'm able to get onto the front straightaway better than he can, so I move up to 10. And this thing is just plowing and sliding, and there he is on the left-hand side of me, bumping into me. And they say that there's a collision avoidance when I don't think I hit him. I think he hit me. So I don't see how I get a collision avoidance penalty when that guy hit me. But, you know, I am not the AI generator. They are. So as I come around here, I'm thinking, well, maybe I can get this guy too. I got a half a lap. I have passed this guy in the past. I got moderate tire wear, so now I got to be a little bit more careful on things. So I don't think, here comes that McLaren again. And I have to go through here a lot slower than I ordinarily would because of that moderate tire wear. I'll slide off the track real easy. So here we come around to the conclusion of the race and end up being in 10th. And I mean, overall, I do gain one position from my qualifying. So that's my race in the 911 GT2 at Mid-Ohio. I hope you liked it, and I will see you on the racetrack.